it's always good to view fascists as people who abide by the law, just that they will first set the law to their liking. Even the expulsion and segregation of Jews was done legally. Jaren Matthew, speaking of which, about people setting laws, let's talk about the law. Uh, that was a bizarre segue, I know, but I think I am amused by my segue. So anyway, Uttarakhand interfaith. No, not interfaith, yaar. It is live-in relationships. Sorry, why am I saying interfaith? But you know that is also an element. Anyway, Uniform Civil Code bill tabled in Uttarakhand Assembly mandates registration of live-in relationships within a period of 1 month from the date of entering into relationship. Failure of registration would attract a punishment of 3 months. Okay, this is the part. Offenses and punishment. Whoever stays in a live-in relationship for more than 1 month from the date of entering into such relationship without submitting the statement of such a relationship. I'm very curious to see what this statement would look like. It's anyway under subsection 1 shall be punished on conviction by judicial magistrate with imprisonment for the term which may extend for 3 months or with fine not exceeding 10,000 rupees. So within a month of entering a live-in relationship, you have to write a letter or you have to like declare the relationship and give a statement of relationship to the magistrate. And yeah, you have to register. Apparently any person who makes any averement in the statement of live-in relationship submitted under section 1 which is false and which he should know or has a reason to believe to be false or withholds any material fact therefrom affecting the decision of the registrar whether to register such a live-in relationship or refuse to do so shall be punishable with a term which extends to 3 months. So the statement you give has to be a factual statement. And what I don't understand what withholding any material exactly means. First, I don't know what this statement would look like. Like, what do you have to declare? So, if you're in a live-in relationship, you talk to the magistrate, you write a statement. Hi, I am Rohan Mungtiwar. I am now in a live-in relationship with Ankita Paliwal, whatever. And I declare this. We live in whatever address, Dehradun. We have completed we have completed like 10 days of living together. This has been done within the month. um and then material fact. What is the material fact? what 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 material fact? I'm so like, it's so stunning, no, when people make laws. It's stunning. Anyway, any partner to a live-in relationship who fails to submit the statement of live-in relationship oh, sorry, on being required by a notice to do so under section 386 shall be punished on conviction by a judicial magistrate with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months. So basically, if you get into a live-in relationship, you have to submit a statement within a month. But if someone discovers and complains that, oh look, they're in live-in relationship for more than a month, and they can send a notice to them saying, why have you not registered? And then even then, if you don't register, even then it's 6 months. So I can't. I can't. This is like superpowers being given to all the WhatsApp uncles. Huh? I don't like, think about it. It's like, okay, so you get into a live-in relationship, right? You are whatever you're feeling. You're still figuring out what material evidence you need to give to put in the statement, and you're lost. You're like, kya likhu yahan pe? What is happening? 1 month goes by, and then side away some uncle who is like, look, girl boy living together, girl boy, oh, what is happening? And ask them, where is your registration certificate for for live-in relationship? And you're like, sir, I this statement, I'm still writing, I don't know. And he's like, oh, so he complains, and then a notice is sent to them. And then if that person doesn't finish the statement by then, jail, 6 months now. I how guys? How do people think of these things? Also, no, why don't people think of these things when they write it as a law? Anyway, maintenance. If a woman gets deserted by her live-in partner, okay. Uh, Deserted by her live-in partner, she shall be entitled to claim maintenance for her from her live-in partner, for which she may approach the competent court having jurisdiction over the place where they last cohabited. And in such case, the provisions contained in Chapter 5, Part 1 of this code shall apply. So essentially, so you have registered, a month later, you've registered, okay, with the government. Then you break up, right? And if the woman complains that, I don't know, breakup hua, he moved somewhere else, it's like, give me maintenance. How, again, what is this? Very confusing, extremely confusing, guys, extremely confusing. But very fun times we are living in. Okay, fun times we are living in. This is a very funny comic that Sanitary Panels has done. I'm not gonna read it because I'm gonna get demonetized. Or no, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know when I get demonetized these days. But yeah, this is the situation. Yeah. Do you have live-in relationship registration form? Do you have government approved list of sex positions? Did you sign into DigiF app? Did you get MLA's consent form? Shoot, I forgot. Oh, let's try again tomorrow. Yeah, this is our live-in relationship situation in Uttarakhand now, where here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I believe this is going to have some interesting social consequences. Social consequences being, there would be young couples in Uttarakhand who maybe they want to move in, they want to like sort of live together, jo bhi hai. Maybe they want to save rent. It is a very legit reason for living with a partner, right? So if two people get into a relationship, yeah, they're living in separate houses, but then you just start spending time in each other's houses anyway. Then at some point they decide, why are we paying for two houses? Why don't we just live together? You live together, right? That doesn't mean that they're going to get married or whatever it is. It's just relationship things and rent things sometimes, okay? And it's a very legit reason. You basically live like roommates then. That also happens. And then if you do that, you have to register. But they might not want to register. They might not want, I don't know, the government to know or the parents to know. And who says that if the government, so this magistrate, whoever will take the statement of relationship, they might be like, look, upper caste, lower caste, lower caste, upper caste, or oh, different religions, something sus. Parents ka number. So in the statement of I won't be surprised if they are giving like a column saying parents number of guardian, number of whatever, both ka guardian and parents, and they will just casually call them, hey, did you know that your kids are living together now? They just registered with us. And parents are like, what? It's but people might not want to tell their parents. That's also a thing. So the other option is you just move out. You move out of I don't know, Uttarakhand. So giant amount of people migrate out, young people, because they're like, what is this nonsense? We want to live together, but let's live in a different city now. Bye bye. Then there are other like fun people who will join the bandwagon, like, you know, curious uncles and aunties with nothing better to do, who are trained to just roving eyes all over the society. They will be basically like, look, two people living together. Sus. Very, very sus. file complaint or ask them. See, here's the thing, they can actually approach you and ask you, where is your live-in certificate? It's bizarre. And then it, uh, it actually gives them the power to do that. Landlords, all these judgmental conservative people everywhere will be just like, dikhao certificate. Yeah, man, it's crazy. And there will be like many consequences if something like this is implemented. Also, how will they implement this? That is another question. How will they implement this? Until someone complains, how will they know that that a girl and a boy living together are actually in a live-in relationship? Can't they be roommates? Can't they be just two friends sharing an apartment because, rent reasons? Anyway, funny things have happened, funnier things have happened. This one was just mind-blowingly funny. Maintenance for what? Doesn't that apply when there is joint assets and investments? Uske liye you need a contract also called marriage. Anup, see, that's another thing. What is maintenance? I'm not so sure how they will calculate that maintenance also. And if this is being done to save women from being exploited, it's a crazy thing to implement. It's crazy. So essentially okay, so think about this. So like if you are a government who is thinking, oh my God, there are so many cases of men duping women into live-in relationships, then abandoning them, which is like a breakup, right? But abandoning them, and then this abla nari being distressed and thinking, oh my God, what will I do now? My live-in partner has broken up and gone away. Oh, this is happening too much, right? It's their assumption, okay? Out of 100 couples, how many people will be there who will be doing this? Chalo, maximum 10, 20. Why do the 80 have to suffer for this bullshit? Why? It's bizarre. Just to catch those shady characters. Again, I'm thinking from the angle of a patriarchal, paternal government, like uncles, like uncle government, right? This is why they would make this law, which is like, oh, ladkiyon ko bachana hai, maintenance we have to give. This whole abla nari narrative that they play up, right? Which is basically what this law is doing. It's bizarre. Platonic roommates, the concept is so foreign to them. Imagine explaining Netflix and chill without the chill part to the government. Sir, we just share the Wi-Fi bill, I promise. That's pretty much it. Here in Uttarakhand, people mostly live in villages and small towns where live-in relationships are non-existing concept. Maybe couple of cities, it would have been chaotic in big cities. Milan, I understand, but there are places like Dehradun, etc., where a lot of people live. And I would say a lot of people in Dehradun are quite progressive, having known people in Dehradun now. Yeah. So, sure, there might be like a lot of village population, but even there, it is getting normalized, and as it should be. It will be a masterstroke if this gets in effect on 14th February. You have to have a Bajrang Dal rep watch you sleep. That's so accurate, and it's so creepy. I just imagined a Bajrang Dal person just... Yeah. Nishikant Dubey thinks Raghuram Rajan is a foreign citizen. Today in budget session, he was claiming Nishikant Dubey. Oh my God. What if magistrate's daughter requests to register for live-in relationship? Basically, she's asking for permission from her father. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Does the government know about situationships? Oh my God, Apurva. Asking again whether queer relationships can reliably register for this live-in registration thing, or whether it is only for cis-het couples, or government just straight up refuse them. Shekhar, so here's the thing, right? So the way you register is bizarre, right? You have to write a statement, you have to give it to the magistrate, right? And then they give you a certificate, registration, live-in relation, as if they're giving you permission. So if you are a queer couple or whatever, why would you register? Why is a question you should ask. Because you know that if you go to a government sarkari office and tell them that you are queer or LGBTQI and you are in a relationship with this person and you are in a live-in relationship with this person, that's not advisable, friends. That is not advisable right now, at least at this point of time. 30 years later, maybe. So 20 years later, maybe when it becomes more normalized. But A, why would you do it? Why would you register? B, I feel like that whole certificate thing will never happen, right? They will not accept it. They will not. People are anyways gonna think that your friends, roommates. Exactly. I will live in for 29 days, break up, reunite on the first of every month, and avoid gossiping with DMs about my relationship. Jerin, that's a very interesting plan, but it will be very intense for you. So, not advisable. Your idea of progressive mindset is having live in. Libom James, yes, I don't think there is any problem with live-in relationships, honestly. Also, I feel like in a lot of ways it's better before you get married to try living with a person and seeing them for what they are really. The best moments of judging a person in a relationship would be when you live with them and see how they behave in the house, right? You can either find out later after getting married that they will sit on the table and make you, like bring in all the food and, clean up all the plates and whatever, because you didn't see it before when you were actually not married or not living together. Those little things, those little annoying habits come out when you are living together, when you observe them on a daily basis and see and find out what red flags there are before it's too late. I genuinely believe that. So, yes, it is very progressive and it is actually advisable. Divorce rates will come down drastically if live in relation rates go up. No, Kumar, in general, divorce rates will now go up, whether it's a live in relationship or not. I believe that I think the institution of marriage is changing, and how people perceive each other when they are married is also changing, and for the good. So I feel like divorce is just like you're telling the state that you're married when you register. You're telling the state you're not married when you're divorced. We make a very big deal out of it, but I don't think we need to. Who is this law even for? Again, what confuses me most is it feels entirely like a random law to pass without actual tangible purpose. What they are smoking while drafting that. Cinnamon, interestingly enough, I wanted to show you this thread, which will make it even more ridiculous. So Omar Rashid, he's a reporter. Basically he has written this thread. Some key aspects of the live-in relationship mandatory registration. If you're under 21, the state will inform your parents about your live-in, in addition to sending a report to the local police station. If two lovers break up, they will have to inform the state in writing. You have to register your live-in relationship if you live in UK, even after if you are not Uttarakhand, not like United Kingdom. Sorry. Even if you are not a resident, you have to register your live-in if you are a registered but live outside. Again, I don't know where he got this from, but he's a journalist, so I'm guessing he spoke to someone. When you take it with a pinch of salt, okay? There is no escape. Sounds more cumbersome than marriage. To get registered as a live-in couple, you have to go through an inquiry by the state-appointed registrar, who has the power to summon you for verification and can ask you additional information and evidence. If satisfied, he will give you the certificate. See, this is what I mean. Yeah. If you're denied, it will be given in writing. What happened to privacy? What if the couples don't want to open up and or have no long-term goals or other commitments? If the registrar feels you're hiding some info, you will be sent to the police. See, again, once you tell the state that you are in a live-in relationship, the logical step that they think of is that, okay, they'll get married then. They will never be like, oh yeah, it's a live-in relationship. It's not marriage. It might break up. If they thought that far, then they wouldn't make this law, because live-in relationships end. You get 3 months jail, 10K fine if you don't inform the government. 3 months jail, 25K fine if you lie about yourself. 6 months jail, 25K fine if you don't respond to the government notice on submitting your document. Yeah. Apar has also done a fun thread on this. Apar Gupta, who friend of channel, go follow him. What's wrong with all of you outraging against the Uttarakhand draft UCC? Need to trust the state. After all, it's just a registration. They will make a digital public good such as an online form or an app. It will help live-in couples define relationships. What do you have to hide? The app will upload on blockchain and entire relationship history will be on an immutable ledger. So think about it. If you are in a live-in relationship and it doesn't go well, so first you register, then you break up, then you tell them, right? Then you get into another live-in relationship, then you register again, then maybe you break up after a few years, then again you get into a relationship, live-in relationship, and then you break up again. So 3 times you have said. At what point does the magistrate say, "ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहा है? How do you, what, you don't want to get married or what? You don't, this is what you do, string of live-in relationship. What a shady character you are." Arey bhai, what? It will be run by a non-government organization that will monetize your data by selling it to flowers vendors, cake shops, or even groceries, since it's a live-in, win-win. To build out the Aadha Sathi, half partner app, we will adopt an ecosystem approach. Important stakeholders like the local Shakha, RWA, and your parents will also get logins, and limited data will be shared with your deemed consent. Relax, they are there to help. Please trust the elders. This thread is a rather poor attempt at satire. No, Apar, that was a great attempt at satire, I must say. That was hilarious. Loved it. Define live-in relationships? They have. If you live with someone and are in a relationship with over a month, that is a live-in relationship now, because you have to register, right? That is the definition now of live-in relationship. Government will set up chatter aunty squad to weed out live-in relationships. Itachi, exactly. It is such a, such a nice opportunity for all the kitty party aunties to get together and weaponize their gossip. Ooh, weaponizing kitty party gossip. This is amazing. And aunties will be extremely powerful. Powerful aunties. Aunties don't feel good at home anyway. They do kitty parties. They're like, "Mere husband ka, I don't want to see his face anyway." Or what is this uncle who I've married? I didn't even know that they, do all these little things in marriage, which I didn't know before we got married. It's so bad. It's so frustrating. Yeah. If only I had done a live-in relationship before I got married, I would have never married this man. And then now they will take revenge. They will revenge on everyone who is like, live in, we want to live in and see each other and see if we are okay, compatible together to spend our life together. Auntie will be like, "No, show me registration. Show me registration." Kitty party will become like a war room. Yeah. After all the kitty things are done, which is like chit nikalna hai, like paisa mil gaya, that will be like fast tracked into 10 minutes. And then the rest of the time is just, "Sunita, did you hear? 605? You saw that boy visiting? Young girl lives there. Boy moving in. Let's go. Let's go ask for certificate." Living relationships is causing increase in the crime rate. Causing increase in the crime rate? What? Where are you getting this from? Increase in crime rate because of live-in relationships. Also, what kind of couple gets into a live-in relationship in a month in? No. So, relationship can happen anytime, but the moment you move in and complete a month, that is the time you have to register. So, relationship can go on. They can't verify anything if the couple in question are lying to the police. Also, what is the incentive for the couple to register, honestly? Like, if you register for marriage, you get some incentives, right? You can open joint bank accounts, all those sort of things. You can take property in your partner's name and save tax. You can form 2 companies instead of one. One will be in your significant other's name, one will be in your name, and all the things that CAs advise, all those things. Don't show your property. If you are getting into politics, you buy property in the name of your spouse all the time, because what is this? So yeah, virginity lose करने के लिए भी paperwork करना पड़ेगा. Yes, localite, that's pretty much it. These people are just doing this to reach their sales target for Valentine's. I'm honestly confused. What if you're dating and your partner often comes home, but you still live separately? Again, so Jerin, yeah, that's another thing, right? Like, oh God, like, so much complication, no, Jerin? Like, you are giving me these situations, and I'm also like thinking, yeah, this is also true. What if the person spends a lot of time in the house, but they don't technically live together. They live somewhere else. Is that like a live-in relationship? It's bizarre. Like, do you have to tell the magistrate or the percentage of time I spent in this house proves that I'm in a relationship? Live-in statement, yeah. Material evidence. Is UCC achieving uniformity among citizens? Milan, UCC achieving uniformity? I don't think so. Um, See, again, another thing about UCC, I think we've spoken about it before. This is why I'm scared of UCCs being implemented by people. They put in stuff like this, hilarious things like this, which gets into your marriage, which gets into your relationships, which gets into your personal rights. It can just expand all throughout. No, it is a social law. So what is social? Where can the government intervene? Whatever. UCC, once you put it in civil code, no, it's called. So they will set the civil code. And this is being done to prevent interfaith marriages and interfaith relationships in general, right? Because you have to register, they will look at it. I'm not surprised if they will have a religion column there also. How do I explain to magistrate about my FWB state? I don't know what that means. It's a completely female-centric law. Its entire motive is to give control of relationship to the female. Yash, it is a completely stupid law. Should not exist. Male, female, forget. Again, as someone asked, LGBTQI, forget. Forget. It is a stupid law to begin with. So, disaster. Is this law even necessary? Sounds like only increased load on bureaucracy. See, that's another thing, right? So when you pass a law like this, you have to think about implementation. So now there will be like a bunch of officers running around different houses. Are you in a live-in relationship? We got information you're in a live-in relationship. Please prove you are not in a live-in relationship. Please prove you are in a live-in relationship. Do you have certificate? Do you have certificate? This is now government's job. That is what they're saying. Some IAS officers will be tasked with find out live-in relationship couples throughout the city or district or whatever. Task force. ये कैसे फीमेल सेंट्रिक है भाई, कुछ भी बोलते. So the thing is, a tired girly, like that maintenance clause, that's why I think that person is saying, because it specifically says no woman can ask a man for maintenance. That's why. But I mean, I don't need to go there, because I think the law in general, the conceptualization and what it is trying to do is extremely stupid. It's just 30-day returns policy of relationship. One can be in multiple relationships and keep breaking up and having new relationships as far as they are not living together. Government wouldn't care. Beranger, so that would be what? Fraud. So if you're like cheating people, that's cheating, right? There is a BNS section, not IPC anymore. Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita section on cheating. So not like relationship cheating, but like genuinely cheating people. Like, let's say, marrying two people, but they don't know each other, and you're doing it for different reasons, property reasons, whatever, duping basically. Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita. That's how you say it. Chat. Whenever you say the law's name, it is Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita. Samhita.